flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't none left. Going till there ain't none. Keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't none left. Going till there ain't none. Keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't none left.
This is the Dawghouse Sports Podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dawghouse Sports Podcast. I'm Adrian. Got Jacob here. Quinn's going to be joining us in a bit. Before we start, Jacob and I will want to say a little something for today is in Canada and many parts of the world is Remembrance Day. So,
or in the U.S., they call it Veterans Day as well.
Yes, that's right. Yes, they call it Veterans Day. And I just wanted to say really quickly that, to all the people that have fought for Canadian military, continue to. We appreciate your service. And thank you for fighting for our rights and freedoms, and continue to.
Whether you pass away, a veteran, or continue with fighting, we seriously appreciate you guys. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think personally, I think it should just be more than a day. I think they should make the whole month of November Remembrance Month, in my honest opinion. Yeah. I think that's what it should be, but who knows, right?
And what can we say? Hey, before this intro is gonna play, we got the Flanders Fields poem as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. It's good, man. Again, happy Remembrance Day to everyone. That's hopefully everyone took the time to reflect. Maybe I guess that's the right word to use. And it's definitely a very special day for Canadians. And it's been pretty busy the last couple of weeks, I'd say. Yeah.
Dude. We got Jack Eichel, we got OBJ, we got, my God.
Yeah, lots of news. Yeah, we'll kind of go dip right into it. You're saying, Jacob, Jack Eichel getting traded to Vegas for a couple of players and there's a couple of draft picks too, I think. I know it was Alex Tuch, Krebs.
I know it's Peyton Krebs as well.
Peyton Krebs, yeah. Personally, I'm happy for Jack to finally, go to a team that's actually going to take care of his health,
we can finally move on from the Buffalo saga.
I know, it was so dumb. It was just they were dragging it on for too long, dude. I found that they were dragging it for too long, and they thought, by letting this all go out to the media, this was going to be better for his trade value, and it did everything but that. I think they would have. Sorry, I'm just putting the wire here. Yeah, I think it would have done more for the Sabres if they just, maybe accommodated his wishes there, with the surgery he needed. And I don't understand why they let it. It started in June, July, and it's November, and he finally got traded, right? So Personally, I think we were all just waiting for a trade to go down. There was a rumor that Calgary offered Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It wasn't true though. Apparently, they the Sabres confirmed that it wasn't true. It was just a rumor. So, that would have been a really good trade for Buffalo. Personally, a lot of people are saying Buffalo got fleeced on that trade. Yes, in a way, I guess. I don't know.
In a way, yeah.
My whole theory on trades is that if you acquire the best player in the trade, you win the trade automatically, right? And in this case, Vegas got the best player in the trade, Jack Eichel.
Yeah.
But saying that, they did receive a lot of good players in return for him. Alex Tuch is a great power forward. He moves well for a big guy. He can score. He's tough. He does it all, right? And Peyton Krebs has a bright future too. And you can't go wrong with draft picks, right?
From what I'm seeing on his Wikipedia page, Vegas got the second and the first from what I'm seeing.
Yes, that's right. Thanks for correcting me on that. I wasn't sure what picks were going the other way, but
And
still, like, that's good. Draft picks are good, especially when you're a team like Buffalo that's, seems to be, kind of retooling and rebuilding, I guess. Yes.
So wait,
Picks are always good.
It's
Draft picks are
Eichel
always
in the
good.
third to Vegas for Tuck, Krebs, a first and a second, from what I'm seeing.
So it's not a huge package, but it's a good package. I mean, again, if his trade value was hurt because of Buffalo mismanaging this whole thing, again, they could have gotten a player like a Matthew Tkachuk if, they just initially traded him in July and August, and instead of just like keeping this going, and again, they just shot themselves in the foot with this.
And plus, they traded away their captain as well. So
yeah, they stripped him of the captaincy, and that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, they're looking to trade him. When they took the C off his jersey, I was like, yeah, he's not gonna be back. People were saying he was gonna play with them this year. I was like, no, there's no way. He doesn't want to be there anymore.
After this whole saga, it's not gonna happen.
I don't think he'd even want to go back to a team that like, and again, it's not even just so much about hockey. It's just for Jack's well-being as a human being. Like away from the game, right? Like this surgery, again, and no other player in the NHL or very little amount of athletes have received this. It was like a neck surgery. I don't know exactly which one, but again, not many guys have gotten this surgery. So they were worried about, we invested so much money in this guy. And, but this was Buffalo's mentality that, like, again, they invested a lot of money in this guy, and they're like, oh, like, we don't know if he's going to be the same anymore. But I mean, you got to kind of look past that and be like, what's best for him as a human being, as a person, right? So it's not very happy with how Buffalo handled it, and
same.
kind of putting his health in hostage, like, pretty much, like. And again, obviously Vegas is going to do whatever they need to, get him back on the ice fully and, healthy, right? And make him healthy, and they're letting him get the surgery he needs, and that's that, right? So I'm happy that he's got his wish, and he seems, obviously, he was really pumped up on his socials. He was pretty pumped to be going there.
Welcome to Vegas thing, oh my God.
Yeah, that was pretty, I think it was a little over the top, but I mean, hey, he's a superstar player.
Anyways, like, it's freaking Vegas. They go over the top anyway. So.
I know, it's true. That's true. They do everything they do is like kind of like out there and tacky, So.
Hey, you know what the old saying is, what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. So.
That's right, buddy. I mean, another thing too. I said this on Twitter last week when the trade dead went down. It was just a joke, and I was like, I mean, hey, if Eichel likes cocaine and strippers, man, Vegas is a fucking perfect fit, man. It's a perfect fit. If he's into that kind of stuff, it's a perfect fit, pal. Oh, man.
Add a casino to that? Oh, my God.
Oh, buddy. I'm telling you. Yeah. Brilliant. Nah, man, but see, I think, again, Vegas is struggling right now with a lot of injuries in their lineup, but that top line's going to look pretty nasty with Pacioretty, Stone, and Eichel. Oh. That's gonna be elite. It's gonna be fucking crazy. I can't wait to see that.
I think I had Pacioretty on my fantasy team.
Oh yeah. No, Pacioretty's sick. Like, again, played in Montreal for years and was my favorite player on Montreal for many years. But man, it's gonna be a good fucking team, man. Just I think Eichel's gonna tear it up. I think he's supposed to come back in like February, March or something, so kind of near the end of the season, but again, that's okay.
It is what it is. Like,
yeah, man, take all the time you need, Ikes. Oh,
hey, speak of the devil, what's up?
Hey, what's up? I love your Bills hat.
Oh, thank you very much.
By the way, yo, Quinn, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Love it, buddy.
Yeah.
I still gotta pay you, but yeah.
No worries, buddy. Take it.
I'll get to that.
Like the mob, I'm not gonna come after you.
Yeah, they're not gonna come knocking on your door and be like, "Hey, where's my money, man? Where's my money?"
I virtually send you something like a finger. You won't know whose it is. Just know the The Bill man's coming.
Oh man. Yeah. So we were just. Yeah. How you doing though? You good?
Yeah. Just looking like I don't know if you can see me so well right now.
Oh, I can see you.
Lighting up.
It's been a while since us. It's been a while since us three been together.
Honestly.
Yeah, man. It's been a while since we did an episode, man. Life just been so fucking busy, man. Yeah. So we were just talking about the Eichel trade, and all that fun stuff and all that kind of details of that. But did you hear what happened with? What's that, Joe buddy? Sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
Eichel's going with the Vegas strippers, casinos,
and cocaine. There you go. That's what I said on Twitter last week, Quinn. I was like, if Eichel likes strippers and cocaine, man, Vegas is a fucking perfect fit for him. It's gonna fit like a 40-year-old baseball glove, you know? There you go.
Warm weather instead of the cold on top. The guy's gonna be living life.
Oh fuck. He looks so happy to leave that fucking Buffalo, man. He was like, he probably did a fucking victory dance when he got the call from his agent. I was like, holy fuck.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Well, he was like stuck in like a limbo there out in Buffalo. Like nothing was happening.
Yeah, man. Yeah, with like the surgery, they wouldn't like let him get the surgery that he needed, to like, because again, nobody in the league has gotten it before, and they're like, we don't know if he's going to decline, but it's like he's as a human being, like, he should do what's best for him, not because you invested a lot of money into him, right? So that kind of was a bad look for the Sabres for sure. A lot of people won't forget that. So, did you hear about OBJ just signed with the Rams?
Oh, it's official. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
True. Now he's.
Yeah, they're working out a deal. Yeah, so pretty much official now. Cam Newton.
Yeah,
Cam Newton's back in Carolina.
I knew they were about to run it back. I just knew it.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Did he start though, or is he just like backing up to what's his
Darnold?
Name? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I would hope that he's starting because, man, Sam Darnold, after those first 3 games, he's just been terrible. Yeah. Like, Darnold's just been terrible since the first 3 games, and I can't believe, like, I was like, wow, maybe he's gonna resurge his career, like revive his career in Carolina, and I was like, don't sleep on him. And I think I said on this show too, but oh boy, he's been bad. I think the Jets just do that to you.
Honestly, they ruin your career for the rest of your life.
Oh, God, they just scar you. That poor kid. God help him, man. Jesus Christ.
A lot of potential into that kid, but just like can't
I know.
Figured out. But sometimes that's part of the game too, right? Like if you don't have the mentals, like then that makes the difference between a Tom Brady and the rest of the league.
That's right.
I feel like that's the benchmark now. You can't even say like between a good quarterback and the rest of it. Now it's the difference between the Tom Brady and then the rest.
Yeah, Tom Brady's like the standard now, like honestly, for a lot of quarterbacks. Like I saw this video that Carson Palmer, I saw it on TikTok, and Carson Palmer was talking about how a lot of quarterbacks, when they're in college, right, like they fall for the hype, right? Because everyone's telling them that they're the man, like for years, even in high school, right? And kind of like, the way social media is with like, the branding of like being a quarterback and like, starting on in a college, like, the whole culture around it. And he said that's a lot of the thing is, a lot of guys after a while, they kind of just don't care about that whole kind of branding of it. They just want to go out and play and win games and win Super Bowls, win college bowls, right? Yeah. So it was a really good video, and like I didn't really think anything of it until I saw it, and I was like, that's actually very true. Like a lot of guys, again, like a lot of these, like even for a while, like Baker Mayfield, and even still, like he first got into the league.
Ryan Leaf. Or even Ryan.
Yeah, like guys, just fell for the hype, and we're just really big into like, being like guys like on social media, right? And Johnny Manziel, just all he cared about was his brand and that kind of stuff. So that's all comes with it, man. Like, I mean, the whole like that kind of side of it is, I guess, important. Not really, but a lot of guys care more. And yeah, that's I'm running out of words here with that, but pretty much that's hopefully people understand what I was trying to say there. It was good though. It was a good video, and yeah, man. What do you feel about OBJ going to the Browns, and I know we just
Or
touched
to
up
the
on
Rams.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Fuck, I'm tired.
No worries, no worries, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he just played for the Browns, so it's like not like you were wrong
Yeah.
in that sense.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great pick. Like they not that they lost Deshaun Jackson, but they let go of Deshaun Jackson, which I didn't really understand that move. Like
Yeah,
that
it
was
makes sense.
their deep threat wide receiver, and now you go and pick up an OBJ. Great hands, great deep threat, can break away from defenders very well. I think he's gonna be a stud out there for Stafford.
Not only
I
that,
think this
the
is gonna
Rams
be-
are in second place in their division. So
Good
Yep.
timing. Good timing to
Yep.
get a guy like that.
They're
Yeah.
looking like a good team. Like defense is
Oh,
already
yeah.
solid, being led by a guy like Aaron Donald as well too. And then I really love their DB core as well too. Like Jalen out there, bunch
Yes,
of the rest of the
Jalen
guys.
Ramsey. Good team.
Yeah, no, they have a great team. I think now with OBJ that can help them start to maybe separate themselves from the pack if they utilize them right. That's going to be the biggest thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think again, my thing is the fact that like a lot of teams passed on him was kind of interesting because if this was like 2017, 2018, every team in the league is like
Yeah.
in line, all pitching an offer for him, right?
and
And
playing some big
yeah,
dollars.
that's the
It shows
thing.
you how quick things change in the league as well too, and like how
Yeah.
players can be kicked to the wayside very quickly. Like
Yep.
if you think about it, Cam is what 10. How many years has he been in the league now?
11 years.
11 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
About
not
11,
even like
10
he's been like a 15, 16, 17-year quarterback. Like he still has a few years left in him.
Absolutely.
But everyone's already kicked him off to the wayside. Like he's washed up. He's not what he used to be. Well, yeah, obviously he's not a friggin' 20-something-year-old kid anymore. But now he has that understanding of the game on a different level. Like you saw it in New England. I feel like he was mismanaged in New England. Like there was a lot more chances to win games.
Yeah. I from what I saw last year from him, like, cause he played great in like the first, I'd say 2-3 games, until he got that COVID diagnosis, and then it just went downhill from there. So I don't know what happened there.
Or, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like he played good, but not, amazing, right? So it was kind of like a tough situation. Again, I don't know if maybe it was just Belichick's system didn't really fit him properly. I think Bill was trying to make him more of like a pocket passing quarterback because that's what he's used to with Tom Brady, right? For all those fucking years. So
which you
it
can't
just
really
wasn't
do
working.
with him. The coach has got to be willing to bend with the quarterback in that moment, knowing their style that they bring to the table.
Absolutely. And I find too, like, again, how you were saying, a lot of people are like, oh, Cam's washed. Well, it's all the injuries over the years. His legs aren't going to be the same as he was when he was a rookie, right? Like, I mean, I'm personally really happy that he got another chance in the league. He proved, like, for years he was kind of branded as like the kind of like the diva quarterback. And, last year, the 1 year he played with Belichick, man, he turned into such a leader. And the guys loved having him there. And, like, just I saw, like, I liked what I saw from him, and a completely different person that, like, that the NFL media kind of persuades him as, I guess you can say.
Yep.
And it was good. I was like, wow, he's like so different than what people judge him to be, right? And I think, again, like you said, he has to adjust, right? He knows what situations he's in now. He's not, franchise quarterback anymore. He's, the vet. It's got to still, maybe has to prove himself, right? So I think Carolina bringing him back, though, was basically them admitting that they fucked up with their quarterback choice. They're saying, okay, we should have kept you. And he was better. He wasn't great last year with New England, but he played better than Teddy Bridgewater and everybody they had. So, I mean, made no sense to get rid of him, right? So,
no.
As Britney Spears once said, oops, I did it again.
Yeah.
Very
I
fitting,
mean,
buddy. Very fitting.
I know, that was good. I like that. That deserves a couple of points for sure.
Ding ding ding.
Oh man,
Hit him
no,
with the
it's-
Mario coin sound.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. See if I can find that. That's fucking awesome, though. Man. Like, it's been crazy though lately. It's been so busy. Like, I mean, I you guys know, but I got the gig with Habs
Yay.
tonight here, and thank you. Yeah, it's been going good, man. Like, I mean, it's been going great. I'm really happy to be doing that for them and helping them behind the scenes and working with every one of them. They're great group of people, and yeah, man. Like,
I heard Nick was the one who.
Yeah, I talked to her the other day, and I've tripled their followers in 4 days, so I guess that's pretty good. Really got the ball going, so they're pretty happy, and yeah, we'll
Hey,
see.
keep
I
it
don't
going,
want to.
buddy.
Yeah, thank you. I don't want to toot my horn too much, but yeah,
no.
man, I'm
But
pretty stoked.
definitely commend yourself and
Hey,
allow yourself
that's
to
good, man.
understand that you're doing a good job. Definitely
Thanks, man,
don't
yeah.
put that to the wayside. So
For sure.
I-
don't
Yeah.
need to get cocky and be like, I'm the fucker. I got the shit. I'm the best. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be like
know?
Cam Newton, like ripping his jersey out.
Right?
Like, I'm not trying to be like that.
Eat your humble pie, but definitely be proud of yourself. Definitely be proud.
Exactly.
I seriously don't know how you do it, from working to doing a podcast to doing Has Tonight social media. It's like
And
great.
I play hockey. Honestly, I played hockey this morning with a couple of my buddies. Shout out to Mike and Tom. It was good playing with you this morning. But man, I'm fucking dead right now. Fucking dead. I took a shower though, which did help. But man, I sat down like before we got on here, and I was like, oh Jesus. And I still have a birthday party to go to tonight too. So I'm like,
Oh
fucking.
my god.
Mans are
That's
busy,
like what, an hour or so.
Yeah. In a couple hours, yeah. I'm gonna head out there. But no, we got time. So yeah, man, it's been good though. Sports have been pretty good lately. I mean, the Habs haven't been playing great, but baseball, like the Braves winning the World Series was so awesome.
That was fun to see.
Oh, it was awesome.
I was happy
Black
for that
Canadian
one.
that won the World Series, eh?
Nah,
Hmm.
I didn't want the Astros to win another one. And it had nothing to even do with like the cheating or anything. It was just like, out of the two teams, like, I'd rather it be the Braves. They haven't won one since '95. It's
For
been
real.
like they were such a dominant team. They probably should have won more during that time frame, but they didn't.
Yeah, with Chipper
so it
Jones
was-
and
And
So
remember,
that's
the
the team for-
Braves used to own, like, for the Braves, their owner used to be Ted Turner. So
right, yeah, Turner Field.
back
That's
in
where
the
they
day.
get that from.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Oh, they have
not only
Ah.
that, he owns like CNN, WCW,
Oh shit, really?
everything.
I had no idea he did.
Was he on CNN?
Or maybe.
No, I
Or
think
maybe he
it's-
I
did
know
own them.
like
I
TBS.
think it's CNN,
Yeah.
TNT, TBS.
TNT, that's the hockey one.
I don't think he owns it anymore though.
Yeah.
No, maybe not. Yeah, they have a different
No,
guy
that's
now.
why I said they used to own.
Oh, I got
Yeah. It was just cool to see like Freddie Freeman, finally get that chip. Like when I saw him get the ground ball and put the ball in his back pocket and ran up to the pitcher, I was like, that's
You know
so
what?
fucking cool, man. I
Wanna
love
know
it.
who's-
I can't remember.
It's
There was
awesome.
a player that had done that like years prior as well too.
It was
I wanna say
Rizzo with the
it was
Cubs.
Rizzo with the
Yeah.
Cubs?
Yeah,
Okay.
he put the
Yeah.
ball in his pocket and kept it. Yeah. That was awesome.
And
Yeah,
finally,
man.
Alex Anthopoulos finally won the big one.
That's
That's a big
another
one.
thing too. Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
some interesting thing where they were trying to compare like what's happened with Anthopoulos going over to Atlanta versus like what's been going on in Toronto. To like kind of shit on Shapiro and Atkins and what they've done. And I was sitting there, I'm like, man, like it's a different dynamic than what Anthopoulos has had in
Yeah.
Atlanta versus what's been happening here in Toronto. Like they've had to cycle through players and figure some shit out in Toronto. Whereas
Yes.
Atlanta, it's been that constant build towards that team that ended up making it this year. Like they got close last year.
Facts.
They did well the year before that as they started to flip their season around. So
Yep.
I think I
It's
don't know.
true. No, I agree. It's a different managing style too. Again, the Atlanta when Anthopoulos got there, had already like, some pretty good prospects in the system, right? You had Danby Swanson, and then oh fuck yeah, Acuna. He didn't even play in the playoffs too. He was injured, and they still played amazing. Like that's crazy.
Right?
Jock
Soler ended up
Peterson,
being the
though.
star.
Soler too, yeah. Man, it's just a good team. Like even again, Anthopoulos added some pieces here and there, but like man, like Danby Swanson too. A lot of adversity around him. I remember a couple of years ago, people were saying like, he's not living up to the hype and all this stuff. Are they going to ever win with him and stuff like that. And it's just again, the adversity he had faced, and seeing his reaction too when he threw the ground ball, and like he was just so happy, like threw his cap up in the air, and like I just love that stuff, man. Those like little things. And going back to what you said about the Astros too, like this is kind of like, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I was okay with either or winning. I kind of wanted Atlanta to win more just because again they haven't won in a while. The Astros, I'm like, personally, I just wanted to see, like, if they won, I wanted to see how the fucking baseball world would react. Like, 2 years after the whole scandal, and then they win a World Series, people will be losing their goddamn shit, right? So
they've been close every time, too. That's the other part within the last 5 years. Like,
yes, sir.
Oof.
3 times in the last 5 years, though, and one thing I think Dusty Baker said too is a lot of those guys might not be back next year. This is the last time you're gonna see like the prime like Astros baseball. That was their chance, right? Correa's gonna leave. Verlander's gonna leave too.
Yeah. I think Altuve is the only one that stays. I feel like he's gonna be a Houston lifer.
I agree.
But yeah, I think Correa's gone. Yeah, a lot of that is going to be moving. Verlander, long gone. Verlander's already been trying out with other teams, I'm pretty sure.
That's what I heard too the other day.
Yeah.
The Jays apparently been in on him too. I heard that rumor.
That would be a bad move, but I think you want that as a 1-year rental. I wouldn't want to put,
because he was out for the whole season.
Yeah, and he doesn't have many years left. Like, to be able to help a team at that level, I think, like, unless he's willing to go to the bullpen.
Yeah, that's true. He's gonna have to take like some kind of like role, like diminishing role, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah. How old is he now? Like
35, 36 maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
But I mean, he could push 40. Like pitchers can do that, but I mean, you're putting miles on your arms at that point.
Hey, you know what? The good news for him?
Very true.
At least you get to come home to Kate Upton. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Good point.
Yeah, he's a very, very handsome woman there. Very handsome woman.
Oh, that is hilarious. I'm dying.
So going back to the Braves, here's an interesting fact.
What's up?
So the year that Anthopoulos got hired, the Braves just moved to the new stadium. So.
That's interesting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he got hired in 2017. They moved to the new stadium in 2017. So.
Oh wow! Yeah,
what's the stadium called again?
I think it's Truist Park. I think.
I'll look that up right now.
Yeah, because I think they used to call it SunTrust Park. Now they renamed it.
Oh, yeah, true. I remember it being SunTrust.
Truist Park or whatever. Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like. I've said like how I feel about Anthopoulos. Like again, I have nothing against him as like a person and a manager, like managing a team, but like being a GM, I mean. But I just don't think he was really great in Toronto because of the fact that, again, he tried like the whole win now scenario a lot of the times instead of. I mean, he did build through the draft, like they had prospects, but JP Ricciardi kind of inherited a lot of those prospects that were supposed to be good at the time, but they never panned out right. There's like a whole other can of worms, but
Ricciardi, oh god.
Yeah.
Don't even remind me of that name.
Hard times, fuck, dude. But yeah, I just don't think he was like a lot of people I talked to. I just don't think he was really a great GM in Toronto.
No, he wasn't.
The Dickey trade is just still hurts to this day.
That forever stains his legacy here.
Dude. Yes, no matter what he did in 15 and stuff, like in 16, that
he
again,
get
like
the
you
job
said,
done, right? Like
no, he couldn't.
That's the biggest thing. Like, look at those stars. We should have been able to do it in those years. And
That's gonna
we
stink.
didn't. He didn't make the move to try to keep a David Price for the following season.
Yeah.
Like, that could have been the difference maker for us in that second year. Because we had him,
agree.
we had him the first year, and then he went to Boston the year.
Yeah, he
after.
went to Boston. Yeah, he signed
Yeah.
with them max deal. Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know, just that Dickey move, his salary cap, not salary cap, but the way he was limiting contracts, like nothing over 4 years.
Mhm.
Everything was like 4 years, no back-ended contracts.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
nothing. There was no way to create attraction to come to Toronto.
Yeah.
You know, what I
Very
mean?
true. Yeah.
So
I
you
know
had
exactly
to hope
what you
that everyone was willing to do something in a short window. And a lot of the times, players like to go somewhere and win now, but they want to build as well too, and then
Mhm.
create a dynasty. Like everyone wants what the Yankees have.
It's true, man. It's like one of those things too, where a lot of players would rather, play with a team for, 5-10 years maybe, and win a
And
cup
back
because it
contracts,
means
yeah.
more. Yeah, and it means
and
more.
it's more secured money for them as well too, for their futures, for their families.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. That's why I like Shapiro and Atkins. Like they were willing to give that money to Springer, to Ryu, those contracts. Like it's opening the floodgates now for Toronto.
Yeah.
I think there's eyes on here. Like the fact that you have two guys in the MVP race from Toronto, a
That's
second baseman
fucking amazing.
and a first baseman. Like that is wild. And the team didn't even make the playoffs.
I know, that's
So
the
close,
crazy thing.
please.
It's frustrating, man. It's such great
so
brand
close.
recognition for the Toronto Blue Jays just for that one point where you have a Cy Young candidate and you have again an MVP candidate, AL MVP candidate, and you still miss the playoffs. It's like
To be
that doesn't
honest,
add up, like they shouldn't be. Like I remember when they got eliminated from the last game of the season, I was like fucking pissed. And I remember
I saw your thing. You threw your Yankees, you threw your Blue Jays, and what your
no,
National
Tampa and
Yes.
Washington. Yeah. I was like, I have these two caps. I'm gonna make a TikTok. Yeah, it was good though. But what's that, buddy?
I said for not doing their jobs.
Oh, I know. Seriously, it's true. They did have one job and they decided to be assholes. Like fuck them. What was the funny thing? How, again, like the Tampa Bay was in the driver's seat for who they wanted to face in the first round, and they're like, oh, we don't want to face Toronto because of that high, the high home run, leading the league in home runs and high runs per game, average, right, and all those stats. They picked was it the then they picked
They wanted the Yankees.
And then they got Boston, and they got fucked by Boston.
Yeah.
It's like
They were hoping that it was going to be the Yankees in the end that they got, but got their asses handed to them.
honest, if we would have won the series against the Yankees, we could have had a chance.
Oh, dude, imagine a first round or a wild card game between the Jays and Yanks or the Jays and Sox. That would have been unfucking believable.
We would have won both games.
I think so.
Guaranteed.
There's no way. Again in Yankee Stadium would have probably been. Oh, do we have a special guest? Oh, hi, puppy.
Hi.
I just really wanted to come on for some reason.
How cute.
Hey, I live in this Dawghouse Sports.
Yeah, Dawghouse Sports. There we go. Talking
loves the
dogs.
camera.
Sports. Hi
Right?
there.
Say hi. Look.
He's cute.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
this is Gigi. She's 17 years old.
My God.
Old lady.
17,
Yeah.
my god.
Oh
Yeah.
God, she's doing great for 17, man.
I know, right? She looks like
Looks
such a young
healthy.
little baby.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
looks healthy.
She fits in with me and Amanda. We look young. She looks young. Our little sibling here.
Aw. I love her fluffy ears. It's so cute.
Yeah, little miniature poodle. You want to go down now?
Right now.
You said your hellos? Okay.
Yeah, she had tie now. She's gonna dip.
Yeah. She
That's
came to
funny.
bug me and then was like, all right, I'm out.
You just melted my God.
But yeah, man. Fuck, it's been crazy though for, with that. I mean, going back to that, I mean, it would have been crazy to see like Jays and Yanks or Jays and Red Sox. I agree, Quinn. I think they would have won either or who they faced.
Mhm.
It's just again so frustrating with this Jays team this year how historically good they were, and they still missed the playoffs. And they had more wins than the Atlanta Braves, and the Atlanta Braves won the World Series. Like that's one thing I thought about too.
And that's the crazy thing, and that's what people always say, where the AL East is the hardest division of any division to play in because of the juggernauts that are Boston and New York. And even though it took Boston forever to win that World Series in 04, they were still a powerhouse team constantly at the top of the division. For like throughout the 80s, the 90s, the Yankees more so. Like you had
Is
Baltimore
Moneyball?
for a stretch in there, was like one of the best teams, on and off. Like Tampa has been on and off consistent once they
Even
figured
though
it out.
Tampa's in the worst stadium of all time.
Yeah,
Oh God, yeah, they got
but
a
they had
fucking
some of their
good
best
team.
turnouts this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Craziest
I
thing.
mean,
But now the owner's
yeah.
still pushing for Montreal, and I think it's going to go through.
They're gonna
Ex-
play some games. Yeah, they're gonna play. I think they're gonna
Expo's coming
split
back.
40. I think they're gonna do 40 games in Tampa, 40 games in Montreal. I think that's what I heard.
Yes,
So
and then
that's
they're going
gonna
to call
be,
it like the Montreal/Tampa Bay Rays, basically.
yeah. I would love to see either them, or they were saying the Oakland Athletics aren't going to, like, they're not going to renew their stadium or something. Like the city government told them like to fuck off basically. And
Oakland, Oakland Alameda County, man, is absolutely horrible when it comes to the management of their sports teams.
Yeah.
yeah, they
Like
fucking
they
they lost
drove
the
the Raiders out. Yeah, they drove the Raiders out is really what happened. And with the
Yeah.
Athletics, they've been there
They-
so long,
Yeah.
and like they've done no renovations to the stadium now. Like,
And now the
like
Warriors
what did they
are
do?
gone.
They named it Ricky Henderson Stadium. Oh,
That's it. Like that. Yeah. Like so what? Ricky
changed the
Henderson.
name, right?
That's it. That's all you can do for
Commemorating a
branding.
hero.
Like
Awesome.
yeah. And Jacob pointed out too that the Golden State Warriors are no longer in Oakland as well.
Yeah, now
That's
they're
another
in San
thing.
Francisco.
They're in San Fran. Yeah. Like that's like it's crazy how that's like if I'm a Oakland sports fan, I'd be livid. I'd want to
They're losing
wring the
everything.
government's neck. Like what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like you know?
Don't have a hockey team out there. Closest thing is San Jose.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, San
Yeah.
Jose is the closest thing they have. They don't even have any like minor league hockey teams down there, from what I've seen. They don't even have anything down there.
I don't even know if they have minor league baseball teams in Oakland now that I think about it.
There's
No.
like they don't even have, dude. They don't even have like an ECHL team there. I'm like,
Nope.
wow. Not even East Coast. Like East Coast League is like, I mean, it's good hockey, but like, man, not even that. Like it's crazy. Like I don't know. I feel bad for those fans there.
Yeah.
And especially the Raiders fans that are like so passionate. Like you used to hear like
The
Oakland
Black
Raiders
Hole,
fans were absolute fucking hooligans, right? And then they
dude,
lose their team like that.
If you go to the Black Hole section, oh my God.
Dude, just
Yeah.
go on to YouTube and look up videos of Oakland Raiders Black Hole and
Yeah.
just the amount of fight videos and like people wilding out and doing the dumbest shit. Like
It's fucking funny.
Bills has its craziness with the fans putting themselves through like flaming tables and shit like that,
Yeah, I love
and
that
like the
shit.
whole WWE aspect.
Fucking awesome.
But Oakland is like hard, you know, like it's different. Like Buffalo's fans are like fun and crazy. Oakland fans are like hard and crazy. Like it's friggin' NorCal, right? Like Northern California.
Yeah, they're fucking savages over there.
They're like the Hamilton. Oakland is like the Hamilton of California, basically.
Yeah, that's what a lot, like my brother and like my dad's even said that too. And it's like rough. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
it's like when you go to California, it's like Oakland's not like, oh, let's go to Oakland, you know?
Yeah,
Like it's not
You're not
really
trying
like,
to go visit there.
no,
like,
unless it's
you
for
know,
like
you're
a sports
not,
game.
and don't. You just don't.
No.
Me
Just
and
don't.
my dad, like
Yeah.
we went over the Oakland Bridge there.
Yeah.
Get over into Oakland. Or no, sorry.
Golden Gate
We were
Bridge- the Golden
originally in
Bridge.
Oakland. We got there, and it was like driving around. It was just like pure industrial and like just
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
the greatest to be. And then taking like the Oakland. Yeah, no, we took the Oakland Bridge over because we were originally in San Fran, and then we took it back over, and it was like, fuck, man, it just felt so good to get out of Oakland and like back into San Francisco. I was
That's
like,
so
yeah,
funny.
wash this dirt off my butt. No, I'm joking. That's mean. That's mean.
Nah, that's okay.
Yeah, no. It
Hey,
was.
so they're all being truthful and being blunt, you know?
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
It's just like when people, people talk shit about Brampton, right? It's like, yeah, I don't get offended because it's true. Brampton sucks.
So yeah,
You know?
Oakland has one minor league soccer team, from what I'm seeing.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. That's
Oakland
good.
does?
Fuck, they have something.
It's-
The Athletics are gonna be gone soon. I mean,
yeah.
imagine they go to fucking Vegas as well.
Oh.
Oh man, that'd be brutal. Oh, you okay? Sneezing? Bless you.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
she was
basically, yeah,
drinking her
their-
water, and she's like, "Oof, oof, oof."
Their soccer team is the Oakland Roots
Roots.
SC, and they're
Oh.
basically like the USL team.
Oh, okay, yeah, nice. Yeah, I've heard the USL. Yeah, it's like a lower
Small
tier
time,
league.
yeah.
Lower tier league. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, it's been I mean, Quinn, I don't know if you've heard about a lot of the controversy going on in the NHL with
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Kyle Beach
Oh,
and
God.
apparently
And now Bob is stuck.
yeah, Bob Murray, the Ducks GM, he's going to like the NHL like rehab
Dude,
program. I'm like,
telling
what
you,
is going on with this league?
Shit is about to unearth in the NHL that has been hidden for years, because this is what happens. You try to hide things and sweep it under the rug, and eventually people ask, what the fuck is that lump under the rug?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so,
And what's worse,
having,
they're
like,
not gonna
everything,
pay for anything as well.
right? And like, how long
Yeah.
were they trying to push that shit in Chicago?
Oh, fuck,
Like, you had stories come out with Patrick Kane and other players, and
I still can't believe they.
harassment in the organization. And it's not like it's been a fucking like, oh, it magically just happened. Like, it's been slowly trying to been leaked since like 2014, 2015.
Yeah, there was
Like,
the rape thing with Kane and all
yeah.
these other bullshit things. Like,
But
yeah,
no,
dude, it's
we gotta win now.
Yeah. And then you have
yeah,
the
that's
bullshit now
Quenville.
with the Vancouver organization now as well too. I think is another one that they were looking into about accusations.
Oh, Pittsburgh.
Was it Pittsburgh as well?
Yeah, with
There was
Bill
like 2 or
Guerin.
3 teams. Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 more teams that they were
Oh.
investigating.
I didn't know about that. I
Um,
just heard Pittsburgh with Bill Guerin basically doing the same thing as Scotty Bowman.
Yeah, that I remember, because and then
that's fucked up.
Lemieux, they brought Lemieux's name into it as well too, and he's going to be investigated in the process.
Fuck, dude.
Okay, so I see.
Jeez, I don't know.
One thing too, like I was talking to Dale Weiss, like Dale a couple of weeks ago, and one thing he said that was very true is just like the NHL is just this really like hush hush culture, right? It's like be quiet, don't say anything kind of thing, right?
Well, hockey,
And that's
the amount of players
yeah.
that have been like sexually abused by like coaches or shit, like growing
yeah,
up.
man. Yeah, dude, it's a fucked up thing, bro. Like I heard a rumor too, about the owners in the NHL are apparently not happy with Bettman because of all this negative fucking PR they're getting, and it's gonna cost them money. You even have, I heard a report from Hockey Hounds, got to give them a shout out, great page on Twitter. Yeah, they reported that apparently a lot of sponsors are thinking of pulling out because of how they handled the Kyle Beach thing, and that's
Rightfully so, man. Like,
yeah.
Take your lickings. I think the best thing the NHL can do right now for themselves is allow like a full mass investigation. Get rid of the poison now while you can, or you're going to suffer in the years to come.
I agree, man.
It's going to do
now
nothing.
John Doe's
or the
mother
team,
as well.
please.
John Doe's 2 mothers made an interview as well. With
Yeah, it's again like Jacob sent me the thing the other day about Bob Murray, and I told my brother about it too, and like I talk to people about this stuff, and I'm like, don't be surprised that all this stuff is coming out now, because it's just again, when one comes out and then like fucking 50 other will. Like it
It's like a
started.
domino effect.
Yeah,
It
it
is,
started.
because it gives people courage on one end, and then on the other end, you also do have people like trying to just stir the pot as well.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I think it's all for the right cause in the end.
Definitely.
It's to raise awareness, which I think is good. Um,
And
like it all started in 2019 with Akeem Aliu, with the whole hockey cult, like
Yep.
with hockey culture just getting completely, like, absolutely fucking shit on. It started with that. Then
I'd say
there's
the Theo
Babcock.
Fleury thing was one of the catalysts.
Yeah, they kind of
Because
began
that was like
silenced
the
him.
first, yeah, because that was the first like public speaking. Like he wrote a book about it and
Book about
everything.
it. Yeah.
His experiences with being sexually abused by coaches, because that was like the first time everyone started to be like, "Yo, is this happening to a lot of different people?"
Yeah,
And then
and
you had the race thing with the Kimaliu.
Mitch Marner with Babcock, and
Yeah.
all the coaches too,
Showing
like Mark
the
Crawford.
hazing as well too, that's starting to happen,
The
or
hazing.
not starting to happen. That's been happening in the league.
Yeah,
So like,
it's fucked, man. It's so fucked. Like I saw this like during when COVID started, when the pandemic started last year. I saw on Twitter, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's a former hockey player. He played in the OHL, didn't make it pro, but he said like apparently like he was at like one of these team parties and they like locked him in the washroom and
no.
forced him to like do coke, like do a line of cocaine.
What
Because
the-
again, that whole hazing shit, right? Like it's dude, the hazing is fucked. I heard this other story too from like a minor league hockey team in the US. Like I saw it on Twitter. I was like, what the fuck? Like how could, like, one thing I don't understand too is it's always the veteran, like the veteran players, like the guys that are like the captain, assistant captain that are doing this shit. It's like, what kind of leadership is that? These guys are supposed to be your leadership core, and they're fucking doing stuff like fucked up shit like that.
And that just shows you then, for me, I look, I'm like, okay, what's causing then this to be happening on such like a large scale? And it's the system then that's in place. It's the people that are controlling everything. It's the allowance of what's happening, of going on, and then the sweeping things under the rugs. And then it screws these players, like they're products of their environment. They're being encouraged to do these things, and then they encourage others to do these things. And then it just becomes part of the system, and that's what they do. And then this like hazing just keeps going, and it'll get worse and worse and worse.
Not only that,
You'll have like someone will die.
Not only that, the Blackhawks fired some more people as well. So.
Yeah, that's just the damage control, but you fucked up. Like that's what I say to them. Like you had so much time. You had 10, 11
and they
years
let
to
fucking off the hook as well.
About that though, I saw a report that apparently Cheveldayoff was actually the lone one that said, like, no, this is serious. We should actually like do something about this. Like, this is serious, right? Like, serious allegation. Like, you know, again, they knew what happened, right? So he wanted to actually bring this further, but he got stepped to his toes. His toes got stepped on. Sorry, his toes got stepped on, and he got silenced. And it's just the whole thing. It's like, you know, I have power over you. That's another thing about the hockey culture too, is like a lot of these young kids, like Kyle Beach, for instance, at the time, he was, you know, just trying to crack the Chicago Blackhawks roster, and that piece of shit coach that knew that, and he was like, basically, it's like, oh, I have power over you. So like, you know, and even if it's sexual assault, like it's going back to, you know, I don't like mean to change the topic, but like, you know, in Hollywood, with like the Harvey Weinstein stuff that was going on, right? It's the same shit. I have power over you.
And don't forget the USA Gymnastics as well.
It's another thing. It's like they have this whole like authority like power trip, right? It's like, I have power over you. I can do whatever I want to you, and you just gotta just fucking, if you don't like it, then go somewhere else or you can leave, kind of thing, right? So it's pretty.
Get anywhere in this industry or this job or this field, whatever it is, if you don't do this for me, kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah. And then it's crazy how I think like back then, like the Blackhawks branded both Akeem Aliu and like Kyle Beach as like locker room cancers, or have character issues, right? And like that was kind of like the reputation, but it was actually the opposite, you know?
Yeah.
And it's pretty disturbing, but I mean, like, It's good though that we're starting to learn about a lot of this stuff now because again, we were all completely oblivious to it. Like when the Chicago
wasn't for-
Blackhawks.
If it wasn't for Rick Westhead or any other reporter,
Yeah, it's good for him to pick
None
up
of-
that story.
none of this would have happened anyway.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Rick Westhead. He really kind of went out of his way to kind of get to the bottom of this story. And I mean, a lot of the other journalists. I saw something on Twitter too. A lot of the Sportsnet journalists kind of took some heat for not pushing this even more than they should have. Right? Rick Westhead on TSN was the one.
Anyone who didn't push this story, I believe, shame on you.
And
Yeah.
Also, I heard
Seriously.
from what I heard, Gary Bettman actually didn't want to
Oh, he won't have a conversation about this until it's
No.
appropriate. And when it is appropriate, it's going to be so that he can say a couple words of it's despicable what happened. I'm
The
ashamed
usual
it happened under my watch, and I'm going to make sure something like this never happens again.
It's
and then we're going to
fucking
find out
bullshit.
that Gary Bettman signs a 30-year fucking contract with the NHL and is going to die with the fucking contract in hand, and no one else is ever going to be able to be freaking commissioner of the league.
Yeah, fuck. Imagine that. I honestly though, boys, the way they handled this and how their names have been slandered. Donald Fair being the NHLPA guy who knew about it as well, didn't do anything to.
This is on everybody, man. This bleeds to everybody in the league.
I
agree,
the
man.
league needs an overhaul at this point. I think that's why it's shut up, take your lickings, admit that wrong was committed here, and allow whoever's investigating to tell you okay, this is we're gonna have to get rid of this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, because anyone who was privy to it and did nothing about it, unless the situation with that one individual where they were silenced, they should be gone. They should have no place in the league right now, because if that's what they're doing, I can't imagine what they're going to encourage. So, and it's not even part of the whole cancel culture, you fire people because they did wrong. That is beyond wrong.
I don't know if I said this in a previous episode, but this is technically corruption.
It is corruption. Absolutely, it is
toxicity.
Yeah,
that's the only way to fix it. When a plant is dying, you cut off the dead leaves. You don't let them grow and poison the plant even more and kill it even more. You get rid of those dead leaves and you let the plant flourish.
Absolutely.
So that's the same.
Good analogy.
And if the FBI got involved with it, they could indict the NHL.
Yeah,
because the
be indicted because at the end of the day, they could probably prove that he was privy to all of it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead, buddy.
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean. What I was gonna say was is the thing that again, I don't really get emotionally involved. And I said this on the internet too. I don't get emotionally involved in a lot of these things. But the thing that got me so disgusted and angered about this is the fact that the NHL and the Chicago Blackhawks helped cover up a crime.
Yep.
I said this on the other show too, what happened to Akeem Aliu was wrong. What Bill Peters said to him and harassing him racially is wrong. It's extremely unethical and immoral, but it's not illegal, right? You're not breaking any law. It's wrong.
It is exactly. And you're not
disgusting.
You're not saying that to take away from how wrong it is.
Absolutely not. No.
Factual parts of the situation here.
Yeah, it's still wrong regardless.
Against that.
Yeah, but the fact that they helped cover it up a fucking
an actual
criminal. They're criminals for this. They should be in jail.
Yep.
For covering it. I'm sorry. It should Bettman, Stan Bowman, Quenneville, everyone that knew and didn't especially the upper management, more so them, because they're the ones that are supposed to handle it, right? Mm-hmm. And the fact that they didn't do anything about it, they should be in jail. They should be in jail, man. It's
for
disgusting.
Life or for how many years?
I don't know.
The time that they have to serve. Obviously, that's such a hard question because it's who are we to kind of dictate that?
Yeah, I'm not a legal professional or anything, so I have no I don't want to start saying things that I don't know about, but
Yeah, good point. Good
fuck.
point.
Yeah, let the law take care of them, which I mean I don't
But
think
yeah,
it
they
is.
should definitely be in jail for this.
They should, man.
Yeah.
You cover up a crime, you go to, like, that is against the law. You, like, again, that's like if like your friend killed somebody and you
yeah,
knew he killed someone
you're
and you covered it
accessory
up
to
for him.
it still. Like you might not have committed the crime specifically, but you're accessory to it because you were part of that process.
Exactly. That's right, my friend. It's like man, I just can't believe. And you know what? Like, I've said this too, man. It's so frustrating. Like, again, I love hockey. Hockey is truly the best sport in the world, but the NHL is just the worst league. Like, it's just the way it's run. Like, hockey is such a great sport, and like it's just a shame how again, the best league, like the top tier league is complete, like, as a complete shithole.
Yep.
Like, and like I've touched up on other things, like all these things about the NHL are coming out to about, the players getting hooked to opioids, and again, the league doesn't do jack shit about it, and
Well, the
like
players are
it's
underpaid
insane.
on top of it. Like it's the most
Yeah.
expensive sport to play. Like Amanda was talking with me about this like not too long ago. Like it is the most expensive sport to play, even growing up for kids. You have like families struggling to keep their kids in at times, and then they get up into the league and like there's no chance. Like what is it? Austin Matthews is still the highest paid player.
I think it's either McDavid or Matthews, one of
I
them.
believe so.
Yeah.
Double check.
And when you take that contract in comparison to the highest paid player in the other three of the core four in North America, it's a joke. It's
Yeah,
an
they're
absolute
like
joke.
they're down here, and the rest of them are like up here.
Yeah, the three of them
it's
are
nuts.
sitting up on like some Tiger Woods level. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
hockey players are left to struggle at like maybe a max of $5 million a year. Like
5 mil. I
No,
mean,
yeah,
it's a
a
lot of
backup
money.
quarterback in the NFL makes $5 million a year,
right?
and he never fucking plays, right? Like, that's the crazy thing. My thing is with it though, why I think Bettman should seriously just get away from hockey, because he's tried so hard to like Americanize the game when Canada is his cash cow. Canada is his cash cow. Like, why wouldn't you invest the money into the Canadian market? I know the US is the big market. I understand that. Like, putting Vegas there was great for hockey. I agree.
From
like,
what
it was
I
great.
heard, they're
But
making the game to Mexico as well. So
yeah, like,
Yeah,
and
he
that's
wants
good.
to
Like,
globalize the game.
that there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I mean, at the same time though, like, you gotta think, like, as a commissioner, and you gotta be rational and think, my cash cow is in Canada. Why don't we, like, we want the American market, but why not also, put a lot of the funding into the Canadian teams and all this, because that's what people like. That's what's getting us their most revenue, right? It's just a smart business decision. But this guy's like, I don't know what the fuck he's on.
Well, the Leafs organization is one of the top 3 franchises in all the NHL.
That's right.
It's
yeah,
like
Habs,
them,
Leafs,
New York Rangers, Habs are up there.
yeah.
I can't remember who are the other two.
Maple Leafs
Chicago is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of revenue and value, yeah.
But yeah.
It's
So
fucking
yeah,
sucks.
McDavid's cap hit is 12.5, and I think it's 8 years for $100 million. I think.
Wow, some guys make $100 million in the NFL in like fucking 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, Mahomes is gonna make that in 2 seasons. Like, and he doesn't even, like, McDavid's got so many injuries. Like, hockey is such a like physically grueling sport. I think they should be paid a little bit more, but again, it's because the revenue's not at the same level as,
right?
the other
and
leagues.
That's on Bettman though, and
Absolutely, it is.
Players to go play in the Olympics and limiting. Like, look what happened in the 2000s. Like those late 90s to 2000s was such a rush for hockey because players were able to play in those Olympic games. You had more. I feel like at that time you had more national exposure. Like the types of players that were coming over into the NHL. Like the game really had this international feel. Finally, at like that one point, like I don't know, there was something.
They had the World Cup of Hockey as well in 2004.
Yeah.
They had that World Cup of Hockey, which was again great for the sport on a global stage.
Yeah, I'd say like
the
96 to
Olympics.
06 was like
Yeah,
a
I
nice
agree.
10 years for hockey.
It was. I agree. I think those were I mean, the 80s and 90s, with like Gretzky, Lemieux, all
Still
that.
great. Yeah, still great.
But I think in terms of marketing the game and growing it, yes, it did grow as a whole. I think the best from like 96 to 06. Before, I think that full season lockout did fuck them because
Yeah, I agree.
they lost a lot of fans. For example, like my uncle lives in the US and him and my cousin used to love like watching hockey. Like my cousin was like a huge Colorado Avalanche fan, and my uncle like Chicago because they're from Chicago and that whole thing. And again, the full season was out, and then they came back a year later, and they just were like, whatever, moving on from it. They found
So
they like
yeah,
other things.
in
The
terms of Matthews, his contract, his cap hit is 11.64, and his salary is 58 million.
Oh
So-
wow,
This is
That's
like
still-
50 million less. So you have one guy making 100 million over 8 years,
And then that's
And-
for a 5-year contract.
50 million
yeah,
over 5
true,
years.
5 years, yeah. Yeah, it's again, that's totally
And
on the
that's
league
yeah.
though.
And those are the two biggest contracts in all the NHL.
I
Yes,
believe
that's
so, yeah.
right. Yeah, they are.
It's crazy.
That's right.
That's
It's
crazy.
fucked. It's fucked, man. Like, and that, again, like I said though, like a backup quarterback in the NFL makes like fucking $8-9 million a year to just sit on a fucking bench all year.
Yep.
And then these guys like play through injuries and like work their fucking tails off, get hit, and like fucking cross-checking the teeth every night for the same amount of money as a
NHL
backup
is one of the
QB.
highest risk sports. Like, I feel like everything's kind of in reverse. Like soccer players should not be making as like Ronaldo. There's no need for him to have the contract that he does. But
Yeah.
when you have hockey athletes where their bodies are being put, bodies are being put through trauma. You're on fucking skates on a slippery surface, going forwards and backwards and sideways, holding a damn stick, hitting like how heavy is a puck? Like probably 5 pounds.
Maybe 3-4 pounds, yeah.
I believe
Right?
so,
Maybe.
yeah.
Still heavy, yeah. NHL
Right?
pucks are heavier than like the regular.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the NHL ones are like hefty. So you're shooting that around on top of trying to avoid getting hit, hitting others.
Mhm.
You're
So
gonna
yeah,
at some point
for
your own.
pucks wise, I'm seeing from USA Hockey is 5 to 6 ounces.
5
5,
6
6 ounces.
Okay,
so
yeah.
that's-
So like 3-4, or no, that's more than 3-4 pounds. How does it work again?
I have no idea. I don't remember math.
Hey, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm bad with math.
And that's
Shit.
from
Not mathing right
My-
now.
yeah, my sources is USA Hockey rulebook. So
Okay.
Excuse
How
me.
much is
Ooh.
5 or 6 ounces in pounds? Can you look that up quickly, Jacob?
yeah,
A
no.
little math lesson here. for
Right?
all our viewers.
I'm curious now. I'm actually. But like,
Wow.
hey, you have all that, and then what are soccer players doing?
I know. I mean, the sport's like physically grueling in terms of like just running all game, but I mean, you're not getting you're not getting punched in the face or like fucking cross-checked and like, and hit from behind sometimes where you fucking
Yep.
face just splatters all over the boards. Like,
Yep.
like it's
So
nuts.
5 ounces is 0.3125 pounds.
That's still pretty heavy.
Yeah, that is
Pounds, fuck. Yeah.
just 3 pounds still. God damn.
Well, boys, I gotta wrap it up here. I gotta
Yeah.
get going soon, but thanks for all our viewers. Thanks for joining us.
Gwen,
Sorry.
Thanks for having you back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Hey, if we
so-
do these like afternoon ones, I can definitely jump on.
Absolutely, man. We can definitely try to make that work for sure.
And we
yeah.
might have a little plans in the work as well for December.
Yeah. We're gonna definitely keep you guys all posted for sure. So anyways, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will see
Yeah.
you later. Take it easy.